My name is Althea. I am an experienced virtual assistant. Been doing that for several years now. I am also a VA trainer. I've created my own VA agency where I train other people to be a virtual assistant. I am a home-based worker, and in my um, free time, I am a baker. That's where my passion is. So I've been interviewed by freelancing.ph about agencies before and some other podcasts. So this one from Jason Dulay's Work at Home Roadmap. So it's actually a video interview, and this one video interview then with Marvin De Leon of Freelance Plan. So yeah, so where I talked about Upwork sliding service fee before. So let's just go into it. I do home-based jobs for how many years now, and the reason why we're doing this is because we wanted to reach out to more people, help more people, and impart the knowledge na natutunan namin over the years and natutunan namin no not from someone else. The truth is, um, wala pong nagturo sa amin. It's actually experience and yung lessons na nakuha namin from making mistakes, from our own errors, from our own clients, from our own experiences. So we're giving this all to you so you don't have to go through all of those errors yourself. And we're also here to support you anytime. Okay, so what are home-based jobs? Yung work from home or home-based is just actually a more known term here in the Philippines. The truth is, marami pong home-based workers all over the world. Yes, and sometimes they call themselves remote workers, online workers, or freelancers. Okay, so hindi lang po tayo. Minsan may mga taga-US, taga-Canada that work from home. Most of them are virtual assistants. They call themselves virtual assistants. So when we say home-based jobs, hindi ka lang sa bahay talaga nag-work. It's just an option for you to work from home. Um, the thing is, as long as you are working online, you can work anywhere as long as connected ka sa internet. So some people, they can work while traveling. Some people, they can work sa mga coffee shops. Yun. So, hindi lang sa bahay. Bahay is just an option. Okay. When we say home-based jobs, this is not MLM, not Plan for Matrix, not Secret to Success, where you have to buy yourself in. It's not that easy. Okay. And yun, nabanggit ko na sometimes home-based workers in certain parts of the world, they call themselves freelancers. Freelancers actually work as contractors, and you're not an employee anymore. Okay. So let me give you uh, a better example here. Let's say that this picture here, this is a fictitious character, but let's just call her Anne. Anne has an online boutique. She just opened her online boutique, and that's just a fancy term. Okay, online boutique means online shop. It can be on Facebook, yung Facebook page, nagbebenta siya doon. Or she has a website, whatever, or both. After a successful launch and marketing effort, she's now receiving orders, which is good for her business. She's now receiving orders, she's completing orders, she's shipping items. Okay, that's good for her. But she's now getting a lot of queries. Okay, but since mag-isa lang siya, she'll find na mahirap na makasabay sa mga tanong about paano mag-ship, mga tanong sa shipping, mga nagbayad na, mahirap na sumabay doon. So she's getting a lot of queries about her products. Minsan may mga reklamo, gano'n, mga nagtatanong kung kailan yung shipping para sa mga order na. So aside from that, she's also going to be really focusing on the business, growing the business, marketing, auditing, stuff that makes the business grow. Okay, so fulfill orders, take care of social media marketing and stuff. So for her, what she's gonna do is she's going to hire a freelancer, a virtual assistant, or a home-based worker to help her with those processes, and that's where we come in. Okay, that's actually outsourcing. Outsourcing is a process used by different companies to reduce costs by transferring portions of work outside suppliers rather than completing it internally. So, basically, pinapagawa mo sa ibang tao kahit hindi sila parte ng kumpanya mo. It's actually Yun yung idea behind call centers. That's why we call them BPO. It's business process outsourcing. Yung mga tawag sa, let's say, AT&T, yung mga tawag sa kanila, sobrang dami that they had to outsource yung volume ng calls to call centers here in the Philippines. Okay, and one of the main reasons for outsourcing is it's more practical. Um, Especially for clients like Anne, because she does not have to pay for the person's taxes and benefits. Okay, another point is that if she wants to get someone in-house or someone to work with her, she'll need to provide an office space. Okay, so magbabayad siya ng utility, magpo-provide siya ng computer and stuff. And even if she gets someone who's also working online, yung cost of living kung nasaan siya in the US is actually higher. So if she outsources that to someone in the Philippines, perhaps, mas eager tayo na tumanggap because na-maximize natin yung conversion. But I want to park that because it doesn't mean na kailangan cheap tayo. We'll actually talk about that later. But it's just one of the practicalities and one of the realities of why we're getting clients. Okay, so that's how a client is. So it doesn't always have to be a one-person show. Sometimes we get small to medium-sized businesses. So we'll be working with business owners, CEOs, anywhere from one person to 20 to 30. Sometimes corporations, they outsource part of their processes if they need something done, yun ang ginagawa nila. And just to give you an idea, in the United States alone, there are 30 million registered SMEs or small to medium-sized enterprises. Okay, not every one of those will be our clients, but just so you'll have a ballpark idea on bakit lumalaki yung need for home-based work. Okay, so let me give you other examples of home-based jobs. And since this is a video, you can pause this anytime. If you have any questions, you can send us a message. Okay, so administrative, you can also go for digital marketing, customer service, hindi nawawala, email, chat support, phone support, accounting. You don't necessarily have to be a CPA for this as long as you can use some of the tools like Zero, QuickBooks, MYOB, FreshBooks, okay? Or as long as you know how to do yung mga formulas for payroll, mga ganon. Okay, so sometimes nag-outsource na sila ng accounting stuff nila. Web development is people need to create websites or maintain and manage, update websites. Graphic design for logos, photos, images. Okay, so writing content for blogs or websites or whatever, copywriting is also in there. Proofreading, editing, data entry, it means gathering and managing data. So you anytime anything na naglalagay ka ng data somewhere, that's actually data entry. So as long as nagta-type ka ng information, let's say on a Google Doc or Google Sheet, that's actually data entry. So very, very general yung term na data entry. Lead generation naman is, may halo din siyang data entry because you have to put information somewhere. Pero yung lead generation, it has a specific purpose. You get data that is contact information, and yung contact information na yun is vital for the business because yun yung kinokontact nila for their marketing efforts. For those people dun sa contact information na yun, they want to turn those into, those leads into, they want to convert those to paying customers. Okay, so that's the difference of lead generation and data entry. So lead generation, mention data entry, but not all data entry will have lead generation. As long as the purpose of the information that you're getting is to get leads, then that's lead generation. Okay, so sometimes people think na kung sa online it's all about IT or computer, but if you have a medical background, there are administrative work and that involves medical terminologies and information. If you can be a VA for a doctor, or a medical transcriber. So it's not something that anyone can do kahit marunong sila mag-transcribe or VA sila just because you need someone who is familiar with medical terminologies, right? So ganun. And those are actually just some of the examples. This is not an exhaustive list. Okay, so basically anything that you can do with a computer, you can make a career out of. Okay, so kung meron kang alam na gawin sa computer, hindi mo kailangan maging expert. As long as kaya mo siyang gawin, you can start with that. You can bank on that. Okay, so before we continue, let's just talk really briefly about the perks of working home based. And number one for me is there's no traffic. Okay, uh, usually it takes what 2 or more hours just to go to the office. It takes me like wala pang 2 minutes just to go to my computer, fire it up, and start working. So yun na yung parang pinaka-travel ko. Okay? You actually earn more. When the time comes, there's a very big possibility for you to earn more. One of the reasons is because, yun nga, you can maximize mo yung exchange rate and you can actually ask for more as long as kaya mong patunayan yung rate mo. We'll talk about that later again. And imagine yung traffic na, you're sitting on traffic for hours, 3 hours, to go to the office and then the same pag pauwi mo na. And you're just burning those hours. Imagine if you can use those hours to sleep or get a hobby or spend it with your family, you'll actually attain work-life balance working from home but because now maximize mo yung oras mo. Okay? So those are just some of the perks that we enjoy when we're working from home. And that is something that we want to share to you guys because nanggaling din po kami sa pumapasok araw-araw, napapagod. I, for one, me and Leanne, we came from a call center background. So, alam namin yung minsan kahit bumagyo, kahit walang pasok yung ibang tao, kailangan mong pumasok. Minsan Pasko, kailangan mong pumasok, may shift ka, yung ganun. So, alam namin yun. That's why, if may magagawa kami to help other people to stop that and create the careers at home and magawa itong nagagawa namin, we'll do that. Okay, so before we continue, I want you guys to just put this on pause maybe for a minute or so and start with why you want to be a home-based worker. There was this guy, his name is Simon Sinek. I highly recommend that you guys watch his TED Talk. Okay, most of his talks and his books and his content are for leaders, but there's actually a major bit ng mga tinuturo niya is actually for um, personal growth. And you guys are the leaders of your own teams. You are the leader of your own self. Okay? So for him, sabi niya, napansin daw niya sa mga successful na organizations like Apple, na companies, na foundation, or anything na may mga kailangan gawin, napansin niya na yung mga successful daw, they don't start with other reasons, pero nagsistart sila dun sa why. Okay? So, why are they doing what they're doing? So, I also want you guys to start with why you want to be a home-based worker. Okay? So, right now you'd be thinking, oh, because I hate commuting. You want more money and you think it's easy. So number one, guys, this is not going to be easy. Okay, I just want to burst that bubble. Para tapat-tapat lang tayo. You also want more money. Everybody wants money. Okay, so but that cannot be your why. Money is the result of working, but that's not the reason. You hate commuting. Everybody hates commuting. Siguro kahit walang traffic, you will still hate commuting. Okay, but yung nag-work ako before, I hated going to the office. I hated transportation, but I still had to do it because it had to be done. Okay, so I don't think that's enough reason for us sabi natin na yun yung why natin and why we're working home-based. There are perks, but that's not the reason. And I have been hanging out with other freelancers and I always ask them ano yung parang pinaka nagpapasalamat sila, ano yung parang pinaka driving force nila. And Leanne actually, siya yung mas naunang mag-start sa akin mag-home-based. And siguro mga 2 to 3 months na ata siya noon before she invited me. And yun, tsaka ako nag-start. So, Her main reason for that is for her kids. And actually, as time goes by, marami akong nakakausap ng mga tao, it's not actually the money. They are enjoying the money. Okay, they're enjoying that, but the real reason why they wanted to work at home and they love working at home is because they're there with their children, with their families. They can make memories together. They can see their children grow. And I think, guys, especially kung may parents na nanonood nito, and I think makaka-connect kayo sa idea na to, that's one of the main whys na meron yung mga ibang mga tao. And I want you to hold on to that because going back, it's not going to be easy, especially if nakikinig kayo nito and you don't have any idea what home-based work is or how to start. So, yun pa lang. Yung sabi ko na nga, it's not gonna be easy, but it's doable. Nagawa po namin. So, I want you to hold on to that and remember this. You want to work from home because you want to see your children grow and hindi yan napapalitan ng pera. Okay, so before I let you know paano mag-start, paano and what's what, how to do stuff, what to do with stuff, I'm just gonna go on and start with the secret because para hindi nyo na isipin na sa dulo pa yung secret. Ang sikreto po talaga is sipag at tiyaga. Okay? Sipag at tiyaga, not mastery, not experience, not skill, not diploma. It's actually sipag at tiyaga. Okay? So let me give you an example. 2 examples to be precise. This is Liberty. You might find her familiar if naglalagay kayo sa mga Facebook groups na pang home-based because she's a blogger and she has her own website and meron siyang sariling meron siyang sariling online interviews, nag-interview siya ng ibang mga freelancer and okay, and she's also yung na-feature sa Bandila sa Channel 2 na lola na kumikita sa bahay. It's actually that person. Yun. So if you guys see any picture nung sa Secret to Success or PPM yung plan for matrix na may picture niya tapos yun daw yung plan for matrix, that's actually a lie because she's actually a home-based worker. Ito yung ginagawa niya. She's a personal friend of mine. Her name is Liberty. She is 53 years old. She started 5 years ago when she was 48, and then she's been a teacher for 17 years. So non-techie siya. Siya talaga yung parang mommy natin na alam mo yun, yung nag-Facebook, tapos nahihirapan mag-Facebook, tapos tayong kinukulit, yung minsan mainis ka na. Actually, siya yun. She's very non-techie. But fast forward to now, after 5 years, she's now earning more than triple her teacher salary. Okay? So, hindi kailangan na marunong ka na, hindi kailangan ng sobrang galing na skills, hindi mo kailangan maging techie. Si Liberty nga na nahihirap na challenging sa kanya yung technology na gawa niya. Kayo pa kaya, di ba? Another person here that I always like to talk about is Norman Cañete. He's a technician, nag-aayos siya ng mga cellphone, and ang kwento niya sa akin noon is minsan pagka walang nagpapaayos sa kanya ng cellphone, ang ginagawa niya, nanghihiram siya ng kariton sa kakilala niya and nagbebenta siya ng santol. As in, nagbebenta siya ng santol sa kalye, sometimes daw mangga. Okay, so hindi siya nag-start with a high-end skill or an expert, but fast forward to now, he's now earning enough to have a good life, and he is working to he's already started working to to diversify his income streams. So it's not just home-based yung pinagkakakitaan niya. Meron siyang iba, may mga investment na siya. And in-interview ko kasi siya for my blog. Yung so kunento niya na nag-start daw siya, may nakita lang daw siya na person nung nagbabantay siya may binabantayan siyang pamangkin sa ICU sa ospital, tapos nagla-laptop daw. Tapos parang na-curious siya. So sabi niya, anong ginagawa mo? So, sumagot daw yung tao, sabi daw, nag-work siya. Tapos, introduce siya dun sa, at that time, ang tawag pa sa website is Odesk. It's actually Upwork now. So, um, he started on his own, and he joined Facebook communities for home-based workers, for freelancers, and dun daw siya natuto. Okay, so he was actually telling me na it's actually the tough love na nagpa parang naging way sa success niya, because nobody was answering his questions before. He had to look for the answers to those questions, and kasi daw masyadong newbie yung question niya. So natuto siya na hanapin yung mga sagot mag-isa, and for him that's actually uh, one of the best things that's ever happened to him is actually the tough love that he got from Facebook groups. So yun. So no high-end skill, but sobrang bilib ako dito kay Norman. So let me just give you this table here. This is a screenshot from a report. It was a survey conducted by freelancing.ph last year, and they surveyed home-based workers, freelancers, and asked them about their monthly income. So this is monthly, their average monthly income. So let's talk about customer support. They earn anywhere from 20 to 60,000 a month, so not bad. But if you are someone uh, on marketing or digital marketing, a digital marketing strategist earns anywhere from 100 to 239,000. Web or mobile designer uh, earns anywhere from 47 to 159,000 pesos a month. A web developer earns anywhere from 160 to almost 200,000 a month. Okay, so you guys are free to look at this, put this video on pause, and don't worry, you will get an access to this deck. So yeah, so mas madali niyong makikita yan. But before we continue, let's just do a quick disclaimer right here. Wala pa pong kalahati ng sumagot. Wala pa pong 40% ng sumagot is 1 to 2 years. Okay, most of the people that answered this are 3 years and up, minsan more than 7 years pa. Okay, so they've been doing that for years. So I just want you to, number one, I don't want to give you that impression na pag nag-start kayo mag-home base, boom, pera agad. You actually work for that. Okay, so some people they've been working on it for 3 years. Okay, but another thing is it's a challenge because some people uma-attend sila ng mga webinar, ng mga seminar, nag-join sila ng mga Facebook group, and they understand and they know it's legit and they want to do it, but hindi pa rin nila ginagawa, and they would think to themselves, oh, next week na lang, next month na lang, next year na lang. But this is a challenge to you guys. If you start now 2017, by 2020, ganito na yung pwede nyong kitain, maybe more. Okay, so way back in 2015, according to Upwork, there were 1.4 million registered Filipinos on the Upwork platform, and sa Upwork lang yon. Okay, and they were saying na nagbo-boom yung industry here sa Pilipinas ng freelancing. Okay, so I'm just stressing it out that there is no better time to start than now. Kasi again, if you start this year, mas madali yung mahaharap. Mas maaga yung mahaharap yung newbie level, and get to the proficient level, and get to a level na maganda na yung swelduhan. Okay? So yun. So if you guys are just thinking, attend lang ako, kanyan, and I'm just gonna see it. But guys, this is a very lucrative industry, and you're already in here. Your foot is already, one foot is already out of the door. Ituloy nyo na. Okay? So, let's now go to actually starting this. So what do you need to start? Setup. Okay, computer. You'll need a desktop or a laptop. Kung desktop gusto nyo, go for a desktop. Kung gusto nyo mag-laptop, go for a laptop. 90% of the people I know, they have laptops because mas madaling gumalaw. So, preferential po yun. And actually, mas malakas kumain yung mga desktop. Okay, so kung hindi mo pa alam kung saan ka, kaya mag-start ka sa administrative work, mga web research, ganyan. I highly suggest to start with an I3, okay? And then by the time na kumikita ka na, mapapansin mo naman kung saan ka mas nagli-lead na skill. And by that time, nakaipon ka na. So nakaipon ka na na mas okay na computer. Alam mo na kung anong computer yung dapat sa'yo. And I always get this question, pwede po ba yung sa mobile phone? Kasi may nakikita daw sila. The truth is, in my years of doing this, siguro wala pang 10% yung nakita kong legit na work that can be done on a mobile phone. Okay, if meron man, hindi siya something na for long term or hindi nga enough na source of income, parang pakonti-konti lang. And imagine if maraming naghahanap nun. So maraming nag-a-apply doon. So much more likely na ma-hire ka if you are using a computer. Okay? Internet, highly recommended namin ang DSL connection. It's a stable connection and people will say, okay lang ba yung Globe Tattoo or Smart Bro, ganyan. Now, if you're strictly asking possibility, yes, but I want you to think of ano ba yung job na gusto mong kunin, pwede mong kunin, mag-self-assessment ka muna. Okay? So, what if you are a customer service representative or yun yung work na gusto mong kunin for now while you do other stuff? Okay, so most likely you'll have a block schedule, so block number of hours that you have to be online, diba? Ganun ang email support, ganun ang chat support, ganun ang phone support. Okay, for phone support kailangan mabilis. Okay, pero for chat support and email support, kailangan meron kang regular hours na online ka. What if umulan? What if nag-down yung network? Because it's very susceptible to that. Okay? So, I highly suggest to get a DSL connection kung ganyan yung work mo. And in some cases, mga writers, mga graphic designers, they don't have to be online all the time. Minsan, they have to work on it offline and then just come online for specific things like research or connecting with the client or uploading the product. Yun lang. And same idea, what if you have to go online now and nag-down yung network? So, malilate ka. Okay? So, for them, okay lang yun. Okay, but the writers that I know, graphic artists that I know, they actually have DSL connections. Okay, so kung walang internet talaga yun sa'yo, then sige, subukan mo. But for me, don't give yourself the hassle na lang if kaya mo naman kumuha ng DSL. Okay, kasi ganun tayo mga Pilipino. Basta pwede na, okay na. Okay, this work is actually, kailangan mo siyang gawin na maayos for you to get results. Okay? Another thing is yung headset and webcam. Now, this is mainly for interviews. Most clients, before they hire you, kakausapin ka muna nila to make sure that you are a good fit. And most of the time, nag-audio call sila. Okay? And sometimes pa din, merong video call. Okay? Not every day that you have to do this, but it's just that it's better that it's there when you need it kesa kailangan mo tapos wala. Okay? Hindi mo kailangan bumili ng something fancy. Pwede na yung mga 80, 150 pesos na headset sa CDR King camera, 200, 300 pesos. CDR King din. Yun. So, but if you're someone na nagka-phone support, ganyan, or more on phone yung work mo, then you probably need medyo high-end na mga headset like mine. Kasi may mga client na before you work for them, may requirements na ng headset. Kailangan USB type, kailangan Plantronics, kailangan noise cancellation. So, keep that in mind as well. But if you're just starting, then I still go for yung mga mababa na headset and maybe it will work for you. Hindi na masyadong maingay. Okay? So tools, this is not the only tools, these are not the only tools na kailanganin mo, but these are yung mga kailangan andun when you start. And as you go along, mapapansin mo kung ano yung mga kailangan mo i-install or sign upan. Okay, so MS Office, Excel, ganyan, Word, sobrang yung dalawang yun, magagamit yun ng bongga. Browser, so most probably Google Chrome. If you have other stuff na gusto nyong gamitin like yung sa Edge, then by all means, most of the clients that I work with, 80% yung communication ko with them daily and during interviews are on Skype. So if you don't have a Skype on your computer or yun, so mag-download na kayo and create a username na medyo professional pakinggan or at the very least hindi nakakaya. Okay, so accounts because ito number 1 and 2, ATM and payment gateways are more on receiving money because when you start working and when you actually do the work or when you're done doing the work, you have to have the means to get paid. So kailangan ma-receive mo yung ibabayad sa'yo, di ba? Parang hindi naman yung charitable institutions, di ba? Yung ginagawa natin. So number 1, you have to have an ATM under your name. Okay? For some that would be medyo no-brainer. Okay? But just a gentle reminder that the payment gateways, the profiles, the websites that we will use to get work or to get paid, they are international entities and very sensitive sila in fraudulent activities. So for them, if yung account mo is under your name and your ATM na pag-withdrawhan mo is different, for them baka scam yun or money laundering or whatever. Okay? That's why naiipit yung process, nagiging pending, naiipit yung pera. I've seen that happen a lot actually, especially sa newbies, yung sasabihin nila wala pa kasi silang ATM pero nag-work na sila, nakahanap sila ng client and they just want to get paid so they used an ATM ng kakilala, kapatid, asawa, ganun. And nahasal lang sila. So, guys, if wala kayong ATM, go get an ATM. May mga ATM sa Ion, ganun, may mga free ata or mababa lang yung pag-open as long as it's under your name. And I actually used yung old payroll ATM ko from BPI dun sa old call center ko. It's still working until now. So, yun, check nyo rin, baka active pa yan. Payment gateways like Payoneer, this is where, ito yung parang pinakadadaanan ng payment. So, ngayon pa lang, mag-sign up na kayo. Para pagka magkakabayaran na, ibibigay nyo na lang yung email, tapos isi-send na lang sa Payoneer account nyo, right? So, other accounts na gusto nyong simulan or buksan is yung profiles nyo sa freelance marketplaces like Upwork, Fiverr, onlinejobs.ph. You can also maximize your social media accounts, especially Facebook. And if you're not on LinkedIn, I highly suggest na mag-sign up na din kayo for LinkedIn. And I'll tell you why later. Okay, so skills naman, number 1, communication skills. When I say this is what you need, hindi lang tayo, okay, so communication skills, meron ako niyan. It's very important for you guys to hone these 3 skills. This is what you need to start, and you'll probably add more skills. Pero I want you to think of this as something na i-hone nyo every day. So communication skills, why? Because you will be talking to your client every day. So it's very important that you understand each other, right? And when I say communication skill, it's yun, para makapagkaintindihan kayo. Some people ask me, kailangan ba magaling mag-English? Again, with the question na kailangan, because strictly speaking, hindi po ibig sabihin na magaling mag-English, magiging successful ang mga kuha ng work. There's actually a lot more to this than yung English mo. But I always tell people na mas madali, okay, may certain advantage if you're actually good in English. So when we say yung communication skills natin, I want you guys to hone that skill. And ayun, sorry. Medyo nagkaano lang. And ayun, tandaan natin na um, let's just have an honest self-assessment. Ako, I know that I don't have perfect English and hindi naman kailangan na maging perfect ang English natin because pinanganak po tayo na Pilipino. Okay, so ang lagi ko pong point dyan is if alam mo na hindi ka ganun kagalingan, aminin na lang natin and bawiin natin sa effort. So spend like 1 to 2 hours every day to learn English. Okay? So again, hindi ko sinasabi na hindi ka magtatagumpay, hindi ka magiging successful because your English skills hindi yun yung parang pinakasukatan if you are going to be successful. I'm just saying it's going to be much easier for you and hindi masama na aminin natin yon and be better. Okay? For some people kasi okay na sa kanila yung, yung mga Pilipino na naman yung maarte. Mga maarte sa grammar, kala mo naman sino, ganyan-ganyan. Tapos, para naman sa mga clients ko, basta nagkakaintindihan. This seminar is for you to start and be successful. And let me give you an example here. Let's say that I am a client and merong 10 graphic designers sa harapan ko or nag-a-apply sila. And lahat sila skilled, lahat sila kayang gawin yung pinapagawa kong image. Okay? So meron akong image dito, may ipapa-edit ako something for whatever reason. And lahat sila kaya yun. Nakapagbigay sila ng skills sa akin. Nakita ko yung mga portfolio nila. Kita ko yung mga profile nila. And I'm sure na kaya nilang gawin yun, any one of them. Pero one stood out kasi mas nakakausap ko siya. Alam ko na mas maiintindihan niya ako. Alam ko na mas madadalian akong um, i-convey sa kanya yung gusto ko dun sa image na pinapagawa ko. Okay? And the other people, although they're very skilled, um, compared dun sa mas magaling mag-English, practically, mas dun ako dun sa magaling mag-English. Okay? And that's the reason why I want to push you guys to this. Okay? Dahil walang masama na aminin natin hindi tayo magaling at mag-focus tayo. Yung mga tao na nagsasabing pwede na, tamad sila. Okay? So, next. Speaking of tamad, research skills. Okay, so yung research skills, guys, actually just call that a skill, but 80% of that is Google. Technically, itatype nyo lang sa Google, researching na yun minsan. Okay, sometimes you just have to read all through ng mga results and find out saan yung mas relevant sa hinahanap nyo. Or minsan nga, pabilisan na lang magbasa. Okay, and when I say that, hindi yan habang nagsastart pa lang kayo. Actually, every day I have to research something. Okay? So every day I have to learn something. Hindi po na natitigil yung pag-learn. Actually, as you go along, mas marami kayong dapat matutunan. Hindi lang sa pag-uumpisa. So, kailangan marunong kayo maghanap. Okay? 80% of that is just Google. Okay? The remaining 20% is actually finding out kung saan yung mga website na mas madali kang makakahanap ng information. Yun, pero promise, halos lahat nasa Google, nasa YouTube, maraming tutorials doon. You just have to know how to type it. Ita-type nyo na lang. Google, hindi po yan siya judgmental sa spelling natin o sa grammar natin. Okay? So, wag po tayong mahihiya na magtanong palagi kay Google. Okay, learning skill. Iba yung mag-research ka dun sa maintindihan mo. Okay, so for you guys, kung tamad kayo magbasa and you're a person na more on audio or visual, then I highly suggest na tuturuan nyo na yung sarili nyo na matuto by reading. Okay, because every day you learn, every day uh, you add to your knowledge, especially kung gusto nyo maging successful in this field. Okay, so mindset. I think this is as much as important as skills. Number one po, I keep on repeating this. This is not going to be easy, okay? Because there's going to be a shift in mindset in here. And when I say it's not going to be easy, not just the mindset, but the whole thing. Actually, kasi um, yung employee mindset natin ang kailangan natin ibahin. Because before, ang process natin is maghanap ng work, makapasa sa interview, iti-training ka, start the work. And all throughout that, you will have support. Okay? You'll have training. Hindi mo kailangan maging expert doon, maging napakagaling doon, hindi mo kailangan alamin agad. Okay? By training naman. But actually in this work, you'll actually find that most people, most clients, they'll be looking for people na hindi na nila kailangang i-train. It's just for practical reasons. Think about that. The reason why they're outsourcing is because they don't have time for it. So medyo parang um, it defeats the purpose na kumuha sila ng mag-outsource sila dahil wala silang time but they'll have time to train. Some people, they have training. Minsan, 1 to 2 days lang, i-onboard ka lang sa process, papakita lang sa'yo paano ginawa, tapos bahala ka na. Okay, so napaka-rare ng chance na may magki-training from zero. Okay, so we have to understand na kailangan iwaksin na natin yung employee mindset natin na ganun. Okay, so what do you do with that? Going back dun sa skills, learn, research mo kung ano yung kailangan mong malaman and then learn it. Okay, para by the time na may maghahanap ka ng work, may idea ka na and you can tell the client, okay, I know this. Okay? So, another thing dun sa employee mindset, remember when we were employees, pasok ka lang, tapos log in ka, just do whatever you have to do. Yung responsibility mo lang, as long as na-hit mo yung kailangan mo i-hit, you log out, you go home. Okay? And there's nothing wrong with that because yun yung pinapagawa sa atin eh. And before in a employer setup, pinapahirapan tayo to do more. Why? Because if we do more, wala naman nangyayari. We're not incentivized. Even if may incentive sa mga survey, sa mga CSAT, ganon, it's just for CSAT. It's just for QA. But actually, parang select few lang ang nakakagawa. So for others na hindi ma-target yung specific skill na yun na lang gagawin nila. Just doon lang sila sa flatline. Yun lang, di ba? And when you transition to this, you have to think like a business. And how does a business think? It's all about their reputation. It's all about how people perceive them. They always want to be thought of in a positive light because yun yung business nila eh. One bad thing na marinig sa kanila, it can break their business. And that's also the same thing here. It's all about your reputation online, how you work, how your clients perceive you. If the people see you as lazy or someone na hindi makagawa ng work, you won't get hired. Okay, so for you to start and be successful, it's actually you have to think like a business. Okay, so a shift in mindset is in order. Okay, so I keep on talking on clients, and I gave you that example earlier. So obviously, to be profitable, you need someone to pay you, right? Pay you for what? Your services, things that you offer. Okay, so most of the people that you will be working with as your clients are CEOs or owners ng kanilang sariling business. So they are the leaders of their business, and they need something done for them. Okay. Now, this is not the employee-employer setup anymore. They're not your boss. Okay, remember that this is an equal trade. Kahit binabayaran ka nila, remember that they need you. Okay? So, if they are paying you, you're giving them your time, you're giving them your service, you're giving them your talent, right? And also, when we talk about clients, you guys have to remember that the clients are responsible for paying you. So, if you're talking to someone, if you want to work together, you have to be sure. You have to know who will be responsible in paying you. Because sometimes, especially sa ating mga Pilipino, awkward tayo magtanong ng, okay, kailan ako babayaran, magkano babayad sa akin, sino magbabayad sa akin, paano, mga ganun. Takot tayo magtanong ng ganyan kasi baka magmukha tayong pera. But if you guys are dealing with professionals, they know na ganun lang naman talaga ang buhay. Okay? So, huwag tayong mahihiya. And, okay. So there are two types of clients generally. So platform clients and direct clients. So if you guys nagha-hangout kayo sa Pinoy sa PHM or other home-based na Facebook group, you will probably see minsan nag-uusap yung mga freelancers. Ano ba yung client mo? Direct ba yan? Yun. So, yun yung mga types of clients. So let's now focus muna on one client, the platform clients. Okay, so these are clients that you find using freelance marketplaces or platforms. It's just like Upwork. Okay, so Upwork or platforms are freelance marketplace. They are websites that where clients post their job ads. The freelancers, they create profiles in order to browse job ads and send applications to the clients. So Upwork, Fiverr, Guru, Golans, there's actually like 43 legit websites, actually more than 43. But on the worksheet na download nyo for this, you'll actually get a link for for a blog na may naglist ng 43 legit websites for you guys to get jobs from. Okay, so working in a platform, if you get hired within a platform, get paid within a platform. Okay, so once a client sends you an offer, let's say ito kasi yun, magpo-post sila ng job ad, and ikaw andun ka din, lahat ng job ad na relevant sa'yo, makikita mo. At pag may nakita ka na job ad, i-click mo siya, mag-send ka ng application. In turn, yung nag-post ng job ad, mababasa niya lahat ng application sa job ad niya. So, mag-nitpick siya doon, sino yung gusto niyang kausapin. So, depende sa kanya, pwede niyang interviewin muna yung mga tao and then decide after, or minsan nagpapatest sila, may mga questions sila through email, whatever. If they like to work with one particular person and yun na yung napag-desisyonan nila, ang gagawin nila is they will send that person an offer. Okay? So, an offer is an actionable item. Okay, so once a client sends you an offer, ang gagawin nila, actually before sila mag-send ng offer, ilalagay nila yung credit card details nila. So when you accept that offer, it's now called a contract. And within that contract, you get paid. Okay, so once the time is due na para bayaran ka, the platform automatically charges the client's credit card details. Di mo na siya kailangan singilin, di mo na siya kailangan paalalahanan, di mo na siya kailangan tanungin, direkta na yon. The platform will do that for you. Okay, but it's also important to note that platforms, although hindi mo kailangan magbayad to get in, they deduct a certain percentage on your overall earnings. Okay, and they also have their own terms of usage. So, hindi ka lang papasok doon. They actually have their own rules. Yung mga major rules for platforms like Upwork is that you can't have more than one account inside Upwork. And you cannot ask the client to pay you outside Upwork. Mga ganun. So, it's actually also your responsibility to know kung ano yung mga terms of usage ng mga platform na papasukan natin. Okay, so in your case, gagawa ka ng profile, you'll browse dun sa mga job ads na makikita mo, you'll send an application, you'll wait for a client to respond. Now, Just a quick note, when I say wait for a client to respond, they won't always respond to you when you send an application. Ang mag-respond lang sa'yo usually yan yung mga interested. Okay, so don't hold your breath when you send an application tapos na. Okay, so the trick here is to keep on sending applications and honing yung pag-send mo ng application. You're actually making it better. Okay, so if a client responds, depende dun sa gustong process ng client, you'll go through an interview process, and you'll receive an offer. Remember, before they send an offer to you, they'll put in their credit card details. So when you accept that offer, that will show on your profile as an active contract, and you start working. And then within that offer, within that contract, you get paid. So depende sa contract na meron ka. Pwedeng weekly kang binabayaran sa contract. Pwedeng ang pagbayad sa weekly is hourly. So how many hours na nag-work ka for this week times kung ano yung rate mo, let's say 10 hours times $5 per hour. So $50 this week, and then same next week. So meron namang contract na after ng contract ka babayaran for the whole project. So depende sa usapan nyo ng client. So I talked about profiles earlier. So let me give you an idea what a profile looks like. This is a profile on Upwork. So yan, merong picture, may name, may title, may proposed rate, may overview. They actually have yung mga skills nila dito sa taas. Ito pa pinapakita kung nasaan sila, and yan, you can click this one if you want to see their overview. So this overview of Marco is actually okay. Maikli lang siya, straight to the point. Okay, but I want to focus on this one. I like this overview because it paints a picture on how they work, and mas nagbibigay sila ng context about themselves. So this person is Lacy O from Malaysia, and they do language translation, typing, data entry. They also do virtual assistants and software QA and Facebook management, as opposed to this one, expert graphic designer, which is totally nice. Okay, yeah. So there is no actually right or wrong in creating your profile, but the goal of this, guys, is to give you the tips that work for us. Okay, so in her overview, si Lacy O, she said about her academic background, that she's an IT graduate, na nag-graduate siya from the University of Campbell in the US, and she worked in IT project management for the past few years. Okay, she's also telling something about herself, full-time freelancer na lang daw niya, and her main goal is yung working yung flexible lifestyle. Okay, so she said dito sa title niya sa taas na siya ay a language translator. So she also says here that she is multilingual and fluent in English, Mandarin, and Malay. Okay? And she has a passion for languages and have been working as a language translator um, for English, Mandarin, and Malay. Yun. So all my translations are done manually. So hindi daw siya gumagamit ng mga automated tool na minsan mali yung grammar, because sometimes yung mga automated tools is they just translate word for word. So sometimes kung pag tao yung nag-translate niyan, translate din nila yung grammar so that it actually makes sense on the second language saan sila translate, right? So sabi din niya na piniproofread niya and ni-deliver niya as fast as possible. And I think you guys will get the idea why I like this. Not only did she focus dun sa mga skills na meron siya, unlike, just like here si Marco na yung kaya niyang gawin, he's a designer, designing logos, packages. I like the bit where she says she has a passion for languages. And if you're a client, between a person who can do the job and a person who will do the job with passion, mas okay yung may taong may passion dun sa ginagawa niya, because 'di ba, yun yung idea natin eh. If it's done passionately, mas maganda, mas maayos, mas may quality, right? And that's what I want you guys to incorporate on your overview. I'm not saying na kailangan mahaba. You don't have to put irrelevant things para lang humaba. Just make sure to put important things in there. Okay? And it answers questions ng client mo. Okay? Can this person do the job? What can this person do? How does this person work? Yun mga kailangan nyo ilagay dyan. Okay? So I also like this. Just sa baba, my commitment. I am dedicated to deliver a quality service on a timely basis with 100% accuracy that meet my client expectations and needs. Okay, so meron pa siyang parang mission vision something doon. Okay, so obviously I want you guys to check your overviews, grammar. Just copy paste that on MS Word para ma-highlight yung mga incorrect na spelling or grammar ganyan. Okay, you can also use Grammarly. Yon. So again, nothing wrong na hindi tayo perfect. Kakabigyan natin sa effort. Okay, so there's another um, example here. This one, parehas kay Lacey O. Ganda yung overview niya. I maintain high standards in my codes. May ganon. My customers come back to me. So, not only nasasabihin niya na quality yung work niya, but actually, yung people that worked with him before, they always come back. Okay? And I want to focus on yung kanyang title. Because in his title, he was very specific on the software that he used. And this is something that I want you guys to incorporate kung possible sa inyo yan. Or maybe in the future, kapag nakahanap na kayo ng software na gusto nyo doon kayo mag-focus. Okay? Because this also helps in searchability. Okay, sometimes clients sa mga platform, hindi lang sila basta nagpo-post ng job ad. Sometimes nagsisearch din sila. Okay? So, hindi sila magsisearch ng pangalan kasi hindi mo nila alam pangalan mo. Pero, ang gagawin lang, magsisearch sila per software or per work. For example, WordPress developer. Ganon. Real estate virtual assistant. Ganon. So, if you want to appear on that, make sure na andun yung names na yun sa title mo. Okay? So, your title is your professional designation. So, you can use specific keywords, name ng software, yung niche mo, yung industry mo, yung focus mo. Okay, so you're searchable. And even if hindi sila nag-search, the fact that you put in something, specific terms dun sa title mo, it will make you look like you actually know what you're doing with that. For example, real estate virtual assistant compared to virtual assistant. Okay, so if the client is in the real estate industry, mas titingin siya dun sa real estate virtual assistant na, oh, okay, hindi ka lang virtual assistant, but you actually focus on this, so might as well hire you kasi mas marami kang alam than this one. Okay, so maximize your title. Number 2, profile pictures. No dark selfies, no selfies at all. Take a well-lit headshot. Kailangan smiling ka and inviting. Please don't use crop photos from parties. May arms sticking out dun sa crop picture mo or may nakaakbay sa'yo. Please, make it look like it's professional. And when I say make it look like it's professional, you don't have to get a professional to take it for you. You don't have to go to a studio, okay? Just put something on na semi-casual. And then, yung mga camera ngayon, meron naman sila mga decent na, yung mga phones ngayon, meron naman silang mga decent camera, so you can use that. Okay, so overview. I already gave you an example that it's the most important part of your profile where you tell the reader who you are and what you can bring to the table professionally. Okay, only put in relevant information. And in some platforms, you'll get tests. So I highly suggest that as newbies, you take as much tests as possible, especially relevant tests. Yung mga profile mo pa nag-start ka, walang masyadong laman, walang mga history ng mga contract because nag-uumpisa ka pa lang. Okay, and for some people, they find that challenging kasi yun nga, walang laman. Parang nag-start pa lang tayo nung first time natin mag-apply, walang laman yung resume natin, right? So test, it's one thing that you can use to show that you know what you're talking about. So, for example, if you know more on social media, take social media tests. So that when the client sees your profile, they'll see na, okay, wala pa nga siyang experience on this platform, let's say Upwork, with social media work, but nasagot niya tong test na to and she must know what she's talking about social media. Diba? Okay, so maximize that. So, okay, let's say you already have a profile and um, naka-log in ka na. This is how it's gonna look like. Now, this is on Upwork, obviously, but magiging iba-iba yan with different platforms. So, ganun pa rin yun. You create a profile, may picture, may title, ganyan. Magiging iba-iba na yung kulay, placing ng things, but when you create a profile, magkakaroon kayo ng job feed or job board. And this is where you can scroll doon sa mga jobs na available for you. Now, most of the time, the job feed na makikita nyo are maximized for your categories or for the skills na nilagay nyo sa profile nyo when you're starting out. So, parang for practical reasons lang, because that's the skill that you have. That's probably the work that you are looking for. But you can actually search for jobs. May mga search engine dyan. Okay? So let's say you scroll down, scroll, and you find a job that you want. So let's say itong senior VA for admin. So um, I want to be hired for this. So you click on that, you click on the title, and you go to the job ad itself where there will be more details. Okay, so makikita mo yung sinulat ng client, ano yung mga kailangan niya. There's also um, information here like, okay, so they want someone to work on this contract na hourly. So ang payment sa'yo per hour. So they want someone na intermediate yung level. And they want someone to start by October 22nd. Okay, you also have information about the client, where they're from, mga ganyan. And these things, you will be asked to answer the following questions and stuff. Okay, so if you like that, you click submit a proposal. Okay, so the first thing na makikita nyo is on this one, yung rate, hourly rate. Now, it will always default sa rate na nilagay nyo sa profile nyo. Now, the rate on your profile is not always the rate that you will put here kasi depende sa job. So you can always change that. But you can see na whatever I have here sa taas, may madededuct to 20% and I will be paid this. So, like I said earlier, magkakaroon ng deduction if you're using a platform. So, in this case, makikita ko na agad kung ano yung deduction. So, cover letter, I'll talk about cover letter later, and yung mga answers sa questions dun sa baba. And there's also option for you to attach things. So, if you want to attach your resume or your profile or whatever file or the client asks you to send you a requirement. Okay, as long as it's not an ID or sensitive information, then you're free to do that. And you click submit a proposal, and that's it. So let's just go over this. Again, there will be deductions on platforms. On Upwork is 20 to 10%. So that's 20% for the first $500 that you will earn for that client. Let's say client A. Okay, so client A, nag-earn ka kanya ng 500, so 20% ang bawas. And then after that, uh, another 100 yung ibabayad niya sa'yo, 10% na lang ang bayad. And then 10% na yon. Okay, let's say you have another client on Upwork, client B. Okay, the same first 500 sa kanya, $20. I mean 20%. And then after that, 10% na. Okay? And most platforms 10%. Fiverr actually is 20% all the way. Okay? So cover letters. Simply put, cover letters is yung letter of intent. It's you letting the client know that you are interested sa work nila, and you also tell them why they should hire you. Okay, so cover letters, it's actually your first communication with the client. So you have to put your best foot forward. So you have to make it count. Okay, showcase your relevant skills and give them a taste of how it is to work with you. Okay, so when I say how it is to work with you, you tell them, hindi lang yung sasabihin nyo sa kanila, these are my skills, then bahala na silang intindihin or pagtagpi-tagpiin. You paint them a picture. Okay, I work, I am efficient, I can hit the ground running, I can work with your job, yun, i-describe mo. Okay, depende dun sa nakita mo dun sa job ad, sa description nun. Okay, tapos parang ipinapakita mo na talaga sa kanila kung paano ka mag-work dun sa position. Okay, not just about yourself. And lastly, very important, talk about your skills. I mean, sorry, talk about them because the cover letter is about the business, not you. Okay, and um, ito yung palagi kasi nakikita natin eh. Um, ito, let me give you an idea. So I have over 5 years of customer service experience, handled billing, account management, blah blah blah. Very good at handling difficult customers. Very good at CSATs and other surveys. So number one, may jargon CSAT. Okay. Also, very self-centric about, oh, ano kaya akong gawin? Ito, gawin ko to. Marunong ako niyan, blah, 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 blah. Okay? But if you paint them a picture, it's gonna look like this. Trained to handle customers and help them with whatever they need over the phone. I can bring my 5 year experience of customer service to your company to not only ensure that all customer issues are fixed, I take the extra mile to assure them that the company I represent value their trust. Okay? So, kung ano man yung andito sa taas, ito rin yung sinabi sa baba, but paint they paint a picture. Okay, so let's say that you start working after the work is done for the week or the project is finished. Um, Upwork or the platform will automatically get the payment from the client. Now, there will be a security hold period of 7 to 10 days, so almost 2 weeks before the payment is available. Okay, so wag niyong asahan na after niyo mag-work, magbayad yung client, ando na agad. Okay? Minsan, 2 weeks yan bago maging available. Means available, pwede nyo nang i-withdraw. So, from Upwork, you send it to your Payoneer account. And from Payoneer, you send it to your ATM. And after 24 to 48 hours, magiging available balance na yan sa ATM nyo and pwede nyo nang i-withdraw yung cash sa ATM machine. Okay? So, if you guys are wondering, yes, pwedeng dumirekta sa ATM from Upwork or for platforms. That's possible. We'll talk about that more. So for direct clients, simply put that you found them outside platforms. So outside um, Upwork or any website na pang freelance marketplace. So sometimes ito yung mga tao sa LinkedIn, sa social media, or sometimes referral. Okay? So any client that you find na hindi nyo nahanap using freelance marketplaces, we actually call them direct clients. Okay? So to get direct clients, medyo mas tricky siya than platform clients, and I'll tell you why later. Pero one thing na very different siya sa platform is that they pay you directly sa payment gateway account nyo like Payoneer. So, hindi na siya dadaan sa Upwork. But dahil hindi dadaan sa Upwork, wala nang deduction. Okay? So, now sometimes these people, you present yourself to them kahit wala silang job ad. Okay? So, minsan, referral, yun nga. Minsan naman, ang tawag kasi namin doon kapag nagsisend ka ng proposal, even if wala silang job ad, yung parang, hey, you need my services. Ang tawag namin doon, pitch. Okay? So, for some people, medyo mas uncomfortable sila na unahan yung client na, hey, I saw your website and I think I can help you with this kahit di naman lang hinahanap, nagki-pitch ka. So, may mga taong uncomfortable. Kaya, most Filipinos that I see actually, especially newbies, mas comfortable sila mag-start sa freelance marketplaces because when you communicate with the client there, they're actually expecting that because they know na may magko-contact sa kanila because they posted a job ad. Okay? Okay, so finding direct clients. Now, when you find direct clients, ito yung number one. Kaya sabi ko, very important for you guys to check LinkedIn. Okay, so create a LinkedIn profile. Now, when you're creating your LinkedIn profile, use the same tips that we have dun sa pag-create ng profile sa platform. Okay, so use a proper title, use a proper professional photo, mga ganon. And sa LinkedIn kasi parang Facebook yan but for professionals. So I highly suggest that you guys post relevant content about doon sa work nyo or doon sa client nyo para mapansin ka nila. And then from there you connect or send sa LinkedIn kasi hindi friend request. Ang term kasi dun is connect. So you connect with other people that are um, within your industry. So if you're a real estate virtual assistant, um, connect with real estate people. Okay, so maybe some of them are your prospective clients or their connections are your prospective clients. Okay, so actually, networking is important with direct clients. And when I say networking, hindi yung MLM, but the real old school networking. It's connecting with the people in your industry, your colleagues. Ano. So, aside from LinkedIn, which is a social media account, you can make your Facebook account much more susceptible na mapansin ng mga clients. You can also do that on Instagram, Twitter, and Pinterest. I highly suggest that you join targeted Facebook groups. Okay? When I say targeted Facebook groups, um, di ba tayo mga Pilipino mahilig tayo sa mga Facebook group dun sa mga nakakaintindi sa atin or yung may specific na topic which is dun tayo lahat nakatutok like PHM, it's all about home-based work, right? And it's the same thing with clients or business owners. They also want to be a part of a group na for business owners. And um, for us freelancers, that's those kind of groups we want to be in there because it's filled with prospective clients. So how do you find that? My search engine po si Facebook. Okay. Um, some people, this is done by mostly mga international VAs or international freelancers. They actually advertise and create marketing efforts for their services like they are a real business. So meron silang website, nagabayad sila for marketing para makahanap sila ng client. Okay? So, those are some of the ways na ginagawa ng ibang tao to get direct clients. So these are the tips that I want you guys to think of. Number one, find out who your client is. Not everybody is your client. Okay? So find out where you belong. Do you have a specific industry? Do you have a specific software that you can focus on? O doon ka magaling, yun yung gusto mong gawin, doon ka nag-enjoy. For example, real estate. Okay, so you'll focus on the real estate clients, people in the real estate industry. Okay, e-commerce. Okay, so yun ang mga keywords na itatype mo sa LinkedIn, keywords na itatype mo sa Facebook to find out yung groups, to find out yung mga posts. Okay, so you find, if you know who your client is, mas madali kang mahagawa ng paraan para mapansin sila. Mapansin ka nila. Okay? You do that by making yourself visible. Okay? So, if you know who your client is, number two, know where they hang out. Again, are they on LinkedIn? So, if most yung mga client na i-focus mo are coaches or yung mga business coaches, ganyan, they're probably on LinkedIn. Okay? For e-commerce, they're also probably on Facebook. Yun. So, if you know them, you know where they hang out. You have to be there. Kailangan visible ka sa kanila. Okay? One thing that I do is, for example, my Facebook group or my LinkedIn group. On LinkedIn, I share relevant content. Yung alam ko na mag-like sila, mag-comment sila, and we talk, and we just have a genuine conversation. Or sometimes, if I see dun sa mga Facebook group na may nagtatanong, tapos alam ko yung sagot, I answer their question. So, maaalala nila ako. And they'll see me as someone who knows what I'm talking about kasi natulungan ko sila. Okay, and for example, we talk ganyan, I'll send them a friend request on Facebook and I tell them na, can we connect here? I just want to widen my network, mga ganyan. They understand that. Okay? So, give value. Show them value na. Value as in, alam mo yung ginagawa mo, may kwenta yung sinasabi mo. Yun, so, be visible. And also, let them know that you offer that as a service. Okay? So, this, this works for yung mga LinkedIn groups, yung mga Facebook groups, but also for your own network now. Okay, for example, you're a graphic artist. Okay, so maybe share dun sa Facebook that you are a graphic artist and you're looking for, alam mo yun, mga one-off jobs. Not walang masama doon. Kasi what if someone in your network knows someone who needs exactly what you're offering? Okay, and that's the beauty of networking. It might not be the person that you're connected to, but it might be the person that they are connected to. Okay? So let them know that you're offering that as a service. And then if you do find a client or the situation calls for it, send them a pitch. Okay? So sometimes after mo pitch ng ganyan, they will want to know more. You go to an interview, you get hired, and you start working. Okay? So, I talked about online interviews, and let's go ahead with this. Okay, so online interviews, it's the same as face-to-face interviews. It has the same aim. It's to find out if you are a good fit. Okay, so find out your skills, ganon. So you still have to put your best foot forward. Some of the difference lang talaga, major difference is yung online medium. So you do it via the internet, Skype, Google Hangouts, or any app na may calling or video feature. So is video always there? Depende sa client. They will tell you. But if hindi nila sinabi, I suggest that you ask. If hindi nila sinabi kung Google ba or Google Hang or Skype, then I also suggest that you ask kung saan. Okay? So, walang masama dun. Yun. So, interview process, it varies from one company to another and there is no standard. Um, in my experience, eight of 10 interviews that I've ever had is done via Skype, and 3 out of those are done with video on. So let's just go over yung mga red flags. Red flags is yung mga sure ways to tell na um, scam lang yung client na kausap ninyo. Okay? Guys, kung may masamang tao in person, there's also bad people online and mas madali sa kanilang mga scam online because mahirap silang habulin. So, you have to be uh, careful. Okay? So, kailangan lagi kayo nag-iingat. Kailangan you're always on the lookout. Okay? So, you take precautionary measures to ensure na hindi kayo maloko. Hindi kayo maloko of your money, kayo maloko of your time, of your effort. Okay? So, yung mga major red flags is yung mga clients, they ask you to use your Facebook ad account or PayPal. Okay? May screenshot sila ng mga sensitive information like IDs, ganon, mga CAPTCHA, that's not true. Ang bayad lang sa CAPTCHA is carpal tunnel syndrome. So, ganon. Clients that are asking for payment for whatever excuse sasabihin nila, kailangan magbayad, taxes daw sa country nila. No, the only person na magbabayad is your client and never ka dapat magbayad sa client. Okay? So, let's say na wala namang mga ganyang request, and if you guys are doubting, mga ganun, you can always ask us a question. So here's the tips that I have. I am a VA. I've said that in the beginning of this presentation, but as a VA, I was tasked by my clients before to um, uh, hire other freelancers and other VAs. Okay, and I also have my own VA agency. Nag-interview din ako for that. So I know how a recruiter works. I've recruited for several positions. So number one, be on time. So guys, tayo mga Pilipino tayo, meron tayong Filipino time, okay? For clients walang ganon. And it's inexcusable na hindi ka on time kasi nasa bahay ka. Okay? 30 minutes before yung time na mag-uusap kayo, kailangan ready ka na. When I say ready, kung gusto mong make-up, mag-makeup ka. Kung gusto mong mag-set up ng mga lights, naka-set up na, nakasaksak na yung headset mo, na-check mo na gumagana. Hindi yung pag-call pa lang, sasabihin mo, ay wait lang, 5 minutes ilalagay ko headset ko. Okay? So be on time. Oh, here's another pro tip. When I am on an interview, 30 minutes before the interview, I send them a message. Okay, via email and chat. Hi, um, I tell them na I am ready and I'll be on standby and I, I look forward to talking to you in 30 minutes. Okay? Ganon. Hindi yung parang, oh, usap tayo or whatever. Parang ano lang, ay, okay na ako, ganyan. Standby na ako ha. Parang ganon. Okay? And then, exactly dun sa oras na yun, I send them a message. Hi, are you ready? But if you're busy, just let me know. Ganon. Guys, busy din ng recruiters. Tao lang din sila. Okay? Um, if anything, tayong nag-a-apply, tayo dapat yung nag-best foot forward, hindi sila. Okay? So, um, I highly suggest na maging on time tayo palagi. Okay? Dress to impress. I'm not saying na mag-suit kayo kung mainit, magpaka-OA. Okay? Just make sure na presentable yung itsura natin. Okay? Kasi sometimes may nai-interview ako na halos nakahubad na. Okay? May na-interview talaga ako na literally nakahubad. Walang top yung guy. May guy din na na-interview ko na wala na siyang top, ang dilim pa ng kwarto. Okay? So, meron din ako na-interview na akala ko ganun lang siya magsalita, very breathy yung pagkasalita niya. And parang na-realize ko sa kalagitnaan ng interview. So, I asked her, sabi ko, bakit parang bumubulong ka? Sabi niya sa akin, kasi natutulog na yung katabi ko. Okay? So, it's funny now, pero the work na ino-offer ko sa kanya na I was recruiting her for is actually um, a campaign kung saan magko-calls siya. So, paano siya magko-calls kung interview pa lang, ayaw na niya istorbo yung mga katabi niya sa bahay. Diba? So, yun, be ready, be on time, dress properly lang. Di kailangan yung bongga. Basta make sure that you have something on. Okay, so another thing is know who you're talking to. At the very least, alamin mo yung pangalan ng kausap mo. Alamin mo kung saan job ad siya. There was this person na na-interview ko and sabi niya sa akin, sorry, what job ad are you from? Ano daw yung ino-offer ko? Ano daw yung work? Kasi daw masyado siyang maraming in-applyan, which is fine. Yes, marami kang a-applyan and magiging nakakalito. Okay? But for me kasi, it means that they can keep track of yung mga na-applyan nila and how can they keep track of the work that I am offering them. Okay? And also, I think I take like 1 to 2 minutes to look at the person's resume, the person's profile, listen to their recording, read their cover letter to get a feel of how they work. Okay, and the least that the people that I talk to can do is show me the same thing. Okay, so it's not naman na parang inoobliga ko yung mga tao, but if I actually find someone na nag-ready for me, that's a plus point for me as a recruiter. Okay? So, know who you're talking to, do a research about the person, the company, the business, may website ba sila, ano pangalan, find them on Facebook, find if they're offering a service, a product. So, during the interview, talk about their business and ipakita mo that you know something about it. Okay? So, it doesn't have to be something na magaling ka, expert ka, galing mo agad dun sa business nila. You don't even have to do yung super duper daming research. Just finding out what the company is all about is more than enough. Okay, so if you have questions, ask them about their product. Okay, so for example, hey, I saw that your business, I saw your website and I saw that you're selling drones. Mga ganon. So what kind of drone is that? Is that the one that I see on Facebook and blah blah blah? Ganun lang. question lang. Pinakita mo lang na nakita mo yung website, alam mo na drone yung product niya, okay? Because for the client or for the recruiter, if na obvious sa kanila na nag-effort ka, it means that you're serious. It means that you're invested and they want to work with someone like that, yung nag-e-effort, nagkukusa. Okay? Ganun yung mentality behind that eh. Okay? So, another thing is show some personality. If you want to crack a joke, crack a joke. Okay? If you want to sound perky, if you're someone na masayahin, din maging masayahin ka. Whatever makes you comfortable. Okay? Talk only about relevant information. Okay? So, let's say na multifaceted ang skill mo. Web design, graphic design, VA, real estate, e-commerce, ganyan. And it's good for you. But if you're applying for a job na real estate customer service, then wag mo masyadong i-focus yung web design tsaka graphic design. You can say that na parang, I can also do this, but focus on yung job ad, yung relevant dun sa job ad. Okay? Also, when I say relevant, focus on your professional self. Okay? If you want to talk about your personal things, if natanong ka, then just answer very briefly and very positive. Okay? We don't want to give you mga, kasi I have 3 kids to feed and my husband left me. Ganon. Okay? So, masakit man sa akin sabihin to, pero wag tayo magpaawa because the recruiters, meron silang goal in looking for someone and they have to feel yung need, they have to feel yung function nung tao na yon. So, giving them yung sub story natin pero hindi naman mo naman mapakita na magagawa mo yung work, medyo awkward lang sa kanila. It doesn't really help and it might actually send the wrong signal na, okay, siguro nagpapaawa lang siya pero wala siyang skills. And so, paano na lang siya pag doon na siya sa work? Okay? Liability for a business yon to get someone who cannot do the job. Masasayang sila ng oras, sayang sila ng resources. Okay? So, just talk about relevant information. You don't have to be an expert, guys. Hindi kailangan maging super galing. Talk about what you can do for them rather than talking about yourself. Remember yung example kanina about dun sa, okay, I have 5 years experience and then tapos na. Like, it explains everything. Okay? Paint them a picture. Show them how you work. Okay? What does that mean for them if you have 5 years experience? Okay? So, wag lang yung parang numbers lang ng years, yun na yun, mahahire ka na. It's not enough. Okay? So, let's say 10 years ka na. Then, if you don't explain that, then ang question ko nun is, okay, so 10 years ka ng call center agent. Are you hitting the scorecards? Are you good in survey? Are you happy with what you do? Are you talking to people na napapasaya mo sila? Ganon. Or baka naman 10 years ka nang nagko-call center agent and alam mo yon, so lang yung scorecards mo. Okay? So I want to know that. Recruiters want to know that. And insert yourself in their business. Imagine, remember, painting a picture, it's actually inserting yourself, talking about what you can do for them dun sa business nila in terms dun sa job ad. Okay? So, yun. So, going back dun sa mga tao na nakausap ko na they're not ready, there's actually someone na hindi nila binasa yung job ad. Like, dun sa job ad ko, sinabi ko, requirements. Fast internet connection, DSL, ganyan. Please do not apply if you don't have this. Headset. Ito yung schedule, nighttime. And some people still ask me, ano yung schedule? Do I need a headset? Okay lang ba kung globe broadband? And for me kasi, guys, the interview process, it starts dun pa lang sa pag-send ng application and not dun sa mismong phone call interview. The people that can't follow simple instructions during the hiring process, they cannot be trusted to follow the instructions while working. Okay, so maybe the work is just not for them or baka someday matututo sila. But for me, I need to recruit someone na maiintindihan yung job ad. So, please be careful in sending applications. Okay? So, yung mga tao na nakahubad, yung mga Kasi mainit daw, nasa bahay lang naman daw sila. Guys, yung mga may mga advantage natin na no traffic, no business attire. Those are perks, but it's not an excuse to be to forget about professionalism. Okay? Because for us, so sa bahay tayo nagwo-work, baka sa iba minamanit lang nila, but for clients, it's their business, it's their life. Okay? So they're taking it seriously, and the least that we can do is show them that we're also taking it seriously. Okay? So there was this recruiter friend ko na kakilala ko, just maybe a few weeks ago, humihingi siya ng sama ng loob sa akin because nagre-recruit siya ngayon, and there was this guy na nakausap niya na topless din at nakahiga sa kama. So yes, 'di ba? Again, working from home is a perk, not an excuse. Okay, so let's say, na-interview ka, may profile ka na, sendan ka ng offer, ng contract, whatever. Let's talk about one of the most important things. It's getting paid. Right? Getting paid is the result of working, and it's not the reason. Okay, so we'll talk about charging, making sure that you receive and you can withdraw the funds. So um, I always get this from newbies, and it's totally fine. Na dumaan din ako sa ganyan. I cannot tell you guys how much you should charge because number one, I do not know your skills. Iba-iba tayo ng skill set, experience, depende rin yun sa client. Sometimes, um, depende rin yan on how you are perceived, yung confidence level mo na mag-charge ng mas mataas. But I'm just here to tell you na mas okay to have a minimum amount. Okay, so what you need is find out your expenses for working from home. So those are your overheads. So remember yung business mentality because you do operate like a business. Like a business, meron ka ng overheads. So yun yung mga binabayaran mo to keep your business going. So internet connection, electricity. Okay, so yung electricity mo, expect mo na tataas yan kasi nasa bahay ka palagi. So mas matagal na bukas ang ilaw, okay, kapag summer may aircon, ganyan. Okay, so find out your overhead and then find out how much you need monthly. So yun, yung mga kailangan mong bilhin, pagkain, mga kailangan mong bayaran. So find that out. I-total mo na silang dalawa. Okay, so when you get that total, you divide it sa hours that you want to work per month and yung exchange rate. So let me give you an example here. So, ayan. So, if I need 30,000 every month, and I want to work 120 hours, that's 250 pesos per hour. And then, kukunin ko siya i-convert ko siya as dollars. Now, make sure na kung ano yung nakita nyo sa TV especially, or sa bangko, minsan may almost, actually, more $1 and sometimes more na difference yan sa online. So, for example, nakalagay sa TV video $50. Pero pag nag-withdraw ka sa Upwork, makikita mo 49 lang. Okay, so may markup kasi yan. Okay, so just be ready for that pagka nagka-calculate kayo ng budget nyo. So, um, your rate is dependent on your skill, your expertise, your experience, what you bring to the table, and how you are perceived. So in our case as home-based workers, okay lang naman sa atin na mag-start tayo sa medyo mababa. Walang masama doon. Kami rin po nag-start kami sa mababa. But I want you guys to remember that we are actually worth more. Kaya po natin yan. Sometimes confidence level lang natin. Okay? I actually know a virtual assistant na nag-charge siya ng $30 per hour, and people pay for that because she can show them that she is worth that much. Okay? Guys, there's just something that I want you to think of. Do you know what our lifeline is here in this world? What do we exchange for habang andito tayo? That's our time. So whatever time that we have, we spend it on working. Okay? So if you work na mababa yung sweldo mo, aren't you undervaluing yourself? Binababa mo yung worth ng, hindi lang oras mo, ng worth ng oras ng buhay mo. Okay? So, walang masama na mag-start tayo sa mababa at wala rin namang masama na uh, ang goal natin is pataasin. Okay? As long as wala tayong pinagkakasinungalingan, pinagnanakawan, then, and especially if you are deserving of the rate that you're asking for, go ahead. Okay? So if you're someone na happy ka na sa rate mo at okay na yung buhay mo, then good for you. I'm really happy for that. But wag natin pigilan ng ibang tao. That's just what I have to say about rates. So have a minimum, find out yung expenses mo, and if you have questions about rates, you ask us as a group. Okay? And then gear towards um, um, increasing your rates. So how do you increase your rates? Number one, you have to be perceived as someone who is valued more. And then mag-add ka ng skills mo, mga ganon. Okay, that's very important. So receiving payments from platform, if you work within the platform, you get paid within the platform. Okay? So like I said, hindi mo na kailangan singilin ng client. The client sends the payment through the platform. And there's a security hold period. Once the hold period is up, the funds is now available. That's what we call it, available. And then you can send it to Payoneer. So from Payoneer, you send it to your local ATM, and um, after 1 to 2 days, it's actually now and not 1 to 2 days, the funds is now on your ATM's available balance. Now, is it possible um, to have na from platform to ATM? Yes, but sorry, medyo mali itong ano. But ang tawag po namin dun is LFT or local funds transfer. And let me give you an example. From Upwork, naging available yung funds namin by Wednesday. So Wednesday available na siya. Isesend namin sa, let's say, isesend ko sa BPI ko. Okay? So Wednesday sa BPI ko, isesend ko siya. By Friday, makikita ko na siya as available balance. So 2 days not bad. But if I use Payoneer, if I send it from Upwork to Payoneer and then Payoneer to BPI, Thursday morning ando na. It's one of the perks of using um, platform payment gateways like Payoneer. Okay, so receiving payments for direct clients. Medyo dito tricky kasi sometimes you have to initiate the payment process by sending the invoice or reminding your client. So hindi siya automatic. Okay? And then if they send the payment, they send it directly to your payment gateway account like Payoneer, and then from Payoneer to your ATM. So parang ganun siya. Walang LFT sa direct clients kasi it's technically international wire transfer. That's $30. Okay, that's why, especially for direct clients, it's important na meron kayong gateway accounts. Now, let's just go over this. Taxes is, sa atin dito sa Pilipinas, pag nag-start tayo mag-home-based, hindi na po mapabawasan ng taxes yung mga sisweldohin natin. So, kung ano yung isisend natin sa Payoneer to our ATM, yun na po talaga yung makakarating. So, hindi siya automatically na binabawas. Now, ang mangyayari doon is actually categorize tayo as self-employed or freelancers. Pupunta tayo sa BIR to to update yung category natin. And tayo na yung kusang magabayad. Now, truth be told na hindi po lahat ng freelancers nagbabayad. But I highly suggest na ngayon pa lang, alam nyo na it's something that we should do. Hindi ko po sinasabi na happy ako in paying taxes. Okay? But the truth is, we are required by law to pay our taxes. And there are actually perks kapag ka nagbayad tayo ng taxes. Kasi since wala na tayong COE, kapag po nag-home-based tayo, wala tayong certificate of employment, mahihirapan tayo mag-apply ng mga credit card, car loans, housing loans, visa, yun, nanghihingi sila ng ITR. And for you to have an ITR, kailangan updated ka sa BIR. Okay? So yun. And lately, may mga balita sa TV na inaayos na nila yung taxes natin, yung regulation. So, baka sooner or later, mas maging mahigpit na sila. Okay? So yun lang yung sasabihin natin tungkol doon. It's still, for me guys, please still use your better judgment on this. Okay, so isa sa po sa partner ng PHM on taxes is Taxumo. They actually make it easier for us to pay our taxes. If you have any questions about that, especially if registered na kayo, please let us know. And our gateway partner in PHM is Payoneer. Guys, we actually have a link that you can use para magkaroon kayo ng Payoneer account. It's free to sign up. And if you use Payoneer, especially on Upwork, you will get a bonus. Please, if you guys wala pa kayong Payoneer account, use that. Magkakaroon kayo ng bonus for using it. No strings attached. Okay, so let's just talk about in-demand jobs. Now, before that, let me just remind you that these jobs are not the only jobs that you can do from home, and decide whether yung mga jobs na babanggitin natin is you fall under that category, or if not, then walang masama to start with what you already have, or kung iba yung passion nyo and yun yung gusto nyo gawin, okay lang yun. In demand does not mean success. Okay? But it's just that ito yung mas marami yung demand for now. Okay? Okay, so social media marketing, it's yung mga brand and companies on Facebook, Twitter, ganyan. So they're actually increasing their influence over social media because most people are using Facebook and are on social media. So they have to be visible there. Okay, so it's posting, it's creating ads, it's also commenting or engaging with the people. That's all social media. Web development. Okay, so before the internet blew up, people think that for them to be successful in their businesses is to find the proper location and get the prime location for the business, right? Yung sa real estate and businesses, maririnig nyo, it's always location, 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 right? Actually, after the internet blew up and everyone find out na pwede ka palang magkaroon ng website and magbenta, magkaroon ng business sa internet, they find out na mas practical for them to create a website, okay? Maybe in sorry, to create a website, maybe in conjunction with their already existing business location, or just the website na lang. And since mas maraming nakaka-realize na mas practical mag-website, then they need web developers to create and maintain websites for them. Okay, so like building websites through WordPress, mga ganun, mga small team customizations. Now, all these in-demand jobs, it doesn't have to be yung parang alam mo siya in and out. If you know a little bit of this and that, you can start with that and then learn as you go. There's also search engine optimization. So we talked about websites. Now, websites are para siyang tindahan. Okay? The thing is, meron kang tindahan, meron kang binibenta, pero hindi alam ng mga tao na may tindahan ka. So, they can't go there and buy from you kasi nga hindi nila alam that exists. So, that's where search engine optimization comes in. So, when someone searches a keyword for your business, you want to be one of the first results na nalalabas kasi practically, ikaw yung isa sa mga unang i-click nung nag-search. Okay? And that's where search engine is. Yung website mo, isa sa mga unang lalabas. Okay? So, maraming mga bagay na ginagawa sa search engine optimization. Content writing. Now, okay, so we have used the tindahan as an example for the website, right? Now, you guys remember, kapag may nagbibenta sa inyo, and puro lang sila sale, yung bang parang, buy this, ganyan, di ba parang nakakainis, na parang pinipilit ka palagi na bumili. Okay, kahit na alam mo maganda yung service or maganda yung product and okay yung tao, pero yung bang fact na alam mo naman na gusto lang nila makabenta, 'di ba? So, sa mga websites, parang may ganung eksena din. So, they use content writing. So, they create vlogs, vlogs or posts or content na relevant, and it doesn't always have to be something na bibenta. So, for example, I have a bakery and I have a website for my bakery. Okay? And dun sa website ko pwedeng bumili at magpa-deliver ng cupcakes and cookies. Right? Ang gagawin ko nun for content writing is maglalagay ako ng blog. Okay, let's say ang blog ko is about 10 ideal cupcakes for your lover. Mga ganon. Anong klaseng cupcake na maganda ibigay para sa jowa mo. Yan. So it doesn't necessarily sell the cupcakes to the reader. I'm just telling them, oh, okay, kung ganito yung personality ng jowa mo, this is the best kind of cupcake for him or her. Ganyan. So it's actually something na relevant sa nagbabasa. Okay, so that's what content writing is. So hinahalina ko sila with something that they want, and I don't necessarily ask them to buy. I'm just giving them something na magagamit nila. Okay, that's why very important ang content writing for websites, and that's why ang daming mga content on social media, it gets shared everywhere, 'di ba? If you find a blog post or a content, 'di ba? If you find it useful, you share it. Okay? And then when you look at the website, may binibenta pala sila. Mga ganun. That's what content writing is. Now, copywriting naman is in layman's term, copywriting is salesmanship in written form. So copywriting is content, pero it asks the reader to create an action. So it doesn't always have to be a sale, but it creates an action. So let's go back to my example ng blog post about 10 cupcakes for your lover. Sinabi ko doon, these are the 10 cupcakes for your lover. So sa dulo, ang gagawin ko, i-copyright ko siya as if you if um if you find this article helpful, or you like this, you can download a recipe. You can download the recipe of this cupcake for free. Tapos ilalagay mo yung iyong email address and pangalan and whatever. Okay? That's copywriting. Okay? I asked someone to create an action. Okay? So, in return, I got yung kanilang email contact information. And that's what we call a lead. Right? So pagkakuha ng email address, then I can send them marketing contents for them to get my services, get my products. Okay, that's what lead generation is. So email marketing, yun. Let's say nakakuha na ako ng lead, may nag-download ng recipes, meron na siyang email address. So ang gagawin ko, I'll send them emails na may copywriting to number one, get them to get my products or my services. Okay? Also to butter them up, to slowly create a connection with them and find na, okay, nagsisend ako palagi sa email nila ng mga relevant content, and they can build trust with my brand. And it's much easier for someone to buy from you if they trust you. Okay, so unti-unti by email marketing. It's also about conversion. Meron ding copywriting dyan. Meron ding content writing dyan. Okay? So e-commerce naman is, basically e-commerce is anything na magpapalitan kayo, magkakabayaran kayo online for a product, that's e-commerce. Okay ba? Online tindahan, Lazada, eBay, Amazon, Shopify, Facebook shops, Facebook pages na nagbebenta, that's e-commerce. Okay? So, number one, you guys may want to look into e-commerce to start your own side hustle, start your own e-commerce business, or you guys might want to look at e-commerce to be an e-commerce virtual assistant. Most of the SMEs right now in different parts of the world are e-commerce businesses. So they might need someone to help them run or help them with supporting that. Remember my very first example, si Anne, she has actually an e-commerce store. Okay? So look that up. Programming and software development is actually yung mga apps online. So it doesn't always have to be yung app sa mga computer. Sometimes it's the app on your phone. Minsan, simple game lang. Bakit? Number one, if it's a free game, merong pwedeng bilhin sa loob. para ka kumita. Number 2, you can actually charge for the game. Number 3, free yung game, walang kailangan bilhin sa loob, but there are ads inside. Okay, so dyan minsan kumikita yung mga tao. Graphic design. Graphic design is very important kasi tayong mga tao, very, tayo, visual. We're visual creatures. Okay, so mga logo, yung mga pictures, yung mga colors, hindi siya nawawala. If you have a business online, you'll probably need someone for graphic design. Accounting. So, yung mga business online, so they'll probably need someone to watch out dun sa mga finances nila, make sure na natatrack yung mga bagay-bagay, payroll, zero, QuickBooks, FreshBooks, MYOB, mga ganong software. So if you know how to use that, you don't have to be a CPA, but if you know how to use that, that's a very lucrative industry to be in right now. Real estate support, just like e-commerce, may mga real estate agent or brokers na sobrang busy nila and they might need a virtual assistant to support them. And it's important na virtual assistants are familiar sa real estate. Okay, so kung may alam kayo sa real estate, this is probably a good industry to be in. Customer support and telephone network. This is just something I put in because it's evergreen, it's always there. Pero guys, if you already fall into one of the categories na nabanggit ko kanina, I highly suggest na mag-focus kayo doon. Okay, because of the sheer number na nag-a-apply for customer support and telephone work. And even if mag-apply kayo for customer support, if you know na may category kayo or niche, we call it niche, mas madali kayong mapapansin. Remember yung example ko sa title, real estate virtual assistant versus virtual assistant, parang ganon. So, okay, so these are yung mga top 6 na skills index ng Upwork for 2017 first quarter. So, Asana work tracking. Asana is a project management tool. Artificial intelligence, rapid prototyping, immigration law, natural language processing, and Instagram marketing. So not just any social media, they're actually focusing on Instagram. Okay? So yun, actually itong mga to nabanggit na except for video editors. Guys, yung algorithm ng Facebook is actually being optimized for video. So, if you want to be successful sa mga campaign mo, to convert people, to get people to see your content, your business on Facebook, one thing na pwede mong abusuhin is actually video. So, you probably need some editors to help you with that. And that's where we want to come in. Okay, so kung marunong kayo mag-video editing, mga ganyan, or it's something na try nyo na before and you like it, then probably, yan, mag-set aside na kayo ng time to learn. Okay, so when we're talking about in-demand, again, kanina sabi ko, di ba? If you don't fall into any of these categories, you don't have to despair. Hindi mo kailangang malungkot or mawala ng pag-asa. Okay lang. And sometimes it's not practical na it's not practical for you guys to chase yung in-demand because imagine they say that it actually takes you 10,000 hours to be an expert on anything. And the truth is you don't have to be an expert to start working. Okay, let's say 1/4 lang yan. That's still 200 days. Pero let's say 100 days. Okay? Kinati pa natin further. 100 days lang. Sometimes we still even don't have 100 days. Our bills won't stop for 100 days while we're learning something. Okay, so let's not always focus on in-demand. And maybe by the time na natuto ka sa in-demand skill na yun, hindi na siya in-demand. Okay? So start with what you already have. Learn and relearn and hone your craft. If meron kang passion and meron kang niche, focus ka doon. Because sometimes you don't have to be in demand. You have to create the demand for yourself. So learning from zero kasi it needs considerable amount of time. It needs investment in time and sometimes money. And it needs commitment. Okay? So when you're learning from zero, walang masama dun if you have time, if it's practical for you, ganon. So how do you do that? Research. learn. Type mo sa Google, it's on YouTube. Almost everything has a tutorial on YouTube. So watch those. Ask questions, read content, ask yung mga experienced people. And actually, you can use this practical tip. For example lang Shopify. Um, nag, nag, nag-research ka na about Shopify and you want it, you like it, ganyan. Pero not enough sa'yo yung manood lang. May 30-day na free subscription ang Shopify when you sign up for the first time. So, I highly suggest na punta ka doon, try mo, gawa-gawa ka lang ng kunwaring store, mag-upload ka para lang matuto ka kung paano magbuting-ting sa loob. 'Di ba? So, nagamit mo na yung natutunan mo from YouTube. And when you apply for a job, you can actually tell the client na you have basic experience. You don't have to tell them that uh, you're an expert, na ang galing mo, yun. Okay? You don't even have to tell them na, nagbuting-ting lang ako. You don't have to tell them that. Okay? You just have to show them that you can do the job. Alright? And you can also, I highly suggest to get a course for that. But when you get a course, do a research about the person, check mo yung mga previous students if they were successful. Okay? So, yun, it's all about practicality. If compatible ka sa ganung way, then go for it. Now, some people kasi, especially I'm pointing out commitment, some people kasi they think that you just have to pay for the course and then ibibigay sa'yo lahat. The thing is, the course is not for you to learn yung mga step by step. Okay, step 1, click this. Step 2, type this. Nothing like that. That's spoon feeding. Okay? Courses that na uh, taught by mentors is actually for you to not do the errors na ginawa nila before. Okay? So, for you to save time, courses are actually shortcuts para hindi mo na pagdaanan yung pinagdaanan nila na nagkamali pa sila para matuto. So, they're actually giving you expert advice, an expert insight that you'll probably it's gonna take probably a few years before you realize. Okay, so when I say commitment, learn from it, execute, ask questions. Wag ka lang yung akala mo magbabayad ka, it's magic. Okay, you still have to do your own research. You still have to execute. So you are still going to be responsible. Okay, so if you're going that road, then please remember that. Okay, so again, in demand, it changes. Start with what you already have. Now, this is a self-assessment. Number 1, list down every skill that you have, research the market of those skills, and if you can capitalize on a skill that you already have, then hone and add as necessary as you go along. So kung wala kang specific target, real estate ka ba, e-commerce ka ba, like me when I started, galing ako sa call center, like I said, very general, then try out different things. Learn on your own. I actually, nag-start ako magbayad for courses, experienced virtual assistant na po ako because that's when I realized the value of those courses. Actually, nagsisi nga ako eh. I should have taken those courses earlier on. But I'm not saying that's the only way because I was able to be experienced. Napunta na ako dun sa experience level kahit na walang courses on my own. So, kaya nyo rin yun. Okay, so step 1, like I said, know about your biggest asset, you. Na may kaya mong gawin. What are your hobbies, interests? Okay? Because I always tell people na yun nga, yung in demand, sige, pwede mo siyang aralin, good for you. But kung meron kang passion on something, then you can always create a demand for that. Number 2, what are your top skills? Check mo yung market. Ano ba yung bayad sa kanila? It's also gonna give you an idea on how you can charge for those services. Ano ba yung mga software na kailangan mong aralin? Ano ba yung laging hinahanap? Yun. So, before ka pa nag-apply dun sa job, alam mo na kung ano hahanapin sa'yo, magiging ready ka. And research. Okay? So, these are the stuff that you can learn from. So if you're into Facebook ads, you can learn from Facebook itself. It's Facebook Blueprint. type nyo lang yun. This is free, guys. Another thing is Hootsuite if you're into social media marketing or social media management. They have Hootsuite Academy. You can get the training and the whole course for free. Ang may bayad lang talaga is if you want to get the certification. Okay, so sometimes you don't need the certification anymore if kaya mo naman mag-execute, di ba? So another thing is inbound marketing. So ito siya, marami siyang laman. May email marketing, may yun nga, inbound marketing, marketing software, inbound sales, contextual marketing. So yun yung laman ng inbound marketing ng HubSpot. And e-commerce developer course. So yun, if you want to start your own e-commerce store, and I highly suggest that you also look at the angle of having your own e-commerce store because mas magkakaroon kayo ng ibang insight if you want to be a virtual assistant for e-commerce. And it's also a very, very good source of income. Do you guys know that 1% of the overall net of the Philippines last year, that's 1.9 billion pesos, 1% is actually from e-commerce, and they and they are saying na lalaki pa, and it's rapidly growing yung e-commerce dito sa atin. So don't you want to have a piece of that pie? So yun, key takeaways lang, guys, that I always say here, and I want you to remember, kahit makalimutan yung iba, is never get tired of learning. Learning is always part of it. Okay? Don't look at competition negatively. Marami nag-a-apply, but it doesn't mean na hindi ka na matatanggap dahil madami. Because someone out there is looking for exactly the services that you're offering. It's all about confidence. It's all about presenting yourself. Okay? So if you look at the competition, if the competition is high quality, mas magaling sa'yo, what's gonna happen? You'll buckle under pressure. Ay, wag lang ako mag-apply. Kasi meron ng iba. 'Di ba? Paano ka mag-grow? And if the competition is low quality, ano mangyayari? Mababa yung ino-offer nitong competition ko, babaan ko lalo yung sa akin para ako matanggap. But actually, if you charge the normal rate that charge mo, tatanggapin sana ng client. And at the end of the day, na-hire ka nga, mas mababa yung rate mo, medyo tinamad ka or you're not happy about the work. Okay? So, this is not a walk in the park. This is not a walk in the park. This is not easy. Actually, it is a walk in the park. Jurassic Park. I always make that joke, but it is, guys. I actually genuinely believe that attitude is mentality is important as skills. Skills kasi is manood ka lang ng Google, mag-search ka lang sa Google, magbasa ka, manood ka ng YouTube tutorial, get a course, mahuhon mo na, makakapag-add ka ng skills. Pero yung attitude and mentality, it's something that you guys have to work on yourself. Kailangan manggaling sa loob. Okay? And practice independence. Guys, we'll always be here to support you here on PHM. We love questions. We love helping you. But hindi po kami laging online to answer your questions. So, ngayon pa lang, practice independence. If you have a question, type nyo muna sa Google. Okay? And that's not because tinatamad kami o ayaw namin sumagot, but when you start working on your own, you'll find na mas madali yung buhay nyo kung kaya nyo mag-isa. Okay? And if you ever find this helpful at all, and let's say newbie kayo, and one day, makahanap kayo ng work nyo, and one day, you get to a level na pwede na kayong tumulong sa iba, we ask that you also help other newbies and give them the proper guidance. Because napakadami ngayong nagbibigay ng mga tips on how to start home-based. Pero the reason why we're exerting extra effort to reach out to people, seminars, webinars, paulit-ulit, is because napapansin namin na minsan may mga maling natuturo. Okay? So for us, if we give you yung mga ways na, hindi mo sasabi namin na kami lang ang tama because every one of us will have our own different journey in this. Pero we're just giving you yung mga bagay na pinagdaanan namin and what worked for most people. So merong proof na gumana. Okay? And kapag ka lahat tayo, especially sa rates, pag lahat tayo, we get to a level na we can now charge higher. 'Di ba? Every one of us um, makikinabang doon. Because this is one thing that I want you guys to remember. Uh, we believe na as home-based workers, hindi tayo yung dahil home-based may isang din nag-a-apply sa work or freelancer din siya, is competition muna siya. That's not it. We have to help each other if we want to be looked at as a workforce to be reckoned with uh, in the online world. Because right now, tayo mga Pilipino, we are looked at as a cheap destination for cheap work. But we're not that. We're actually more than that. The quality of work na meron tayong mga Pilipino is actually minsan mas mas maganda pa sa work ng mga taga Canada, taga US, pero binabarat tayo. Okay? No, this is not to show to throw shade sa mga tao na mababa mag-charge. For me, if you're happy with that, go ahead. But if I can help you guys um to lift yung mga rates natin and to get to that certain level na makilala tayong lahat, I really really believe that a rising tide will lift us all. It will help every one of us. So one day we might get to that level or one day makatulong kayo sa iba, then please um let's just keep an open mind. Okay? And thank you so much for getting to this, and I'm sorry if medyo hindi ako maayos uh, nag-go through ng slides, medyo nauutal ako kasi ayun, I don't wanna give you an excuse, but medyo after nung mga seminar naulanan kami, um, nilagnat si Becky. And I just wanted to do this para mapasa ko na sa inyo. And guys, if you have any questions at all, please huwag kayong mahiyan lumapit sa akin. We will have a live webinar soon. So please stay tuned. So para pag meron kayong live questions, you can ask us. Okay? And yun. So if you have any friends na gustong matuto, ganyan, please ask them to join PHM. And again, thank you for getting to this. And I'll see you in the group. I'll see you soon. Um, uh, this is Althea of Pinoy Home-Based Mastermind. And let me just tell you that please always be kind to one another, but most of all, be kind to yourself. Goodbye.